Hello and welcome again. I'm still finding out how the Remarkable can be best used and what the best settings for the display are, what the best use case is, and of course, because you have been asked in some of the comments and even on a subreddit, I would like to go into some of the details of your questions again and try to answer some of these questions and do some further comparison. Today it's the Remarkable 2 against the Remarkable Paper Pro, and we are going to see how they look in a standard office setup. Now, as you can see, light is coming from this side. I will also now show you a little bit how my office setup looks like. Today we have a very, very cloudy day. I don't know about, let's see what it is, like 20 degrees and raining. So no sunshine anymore. Autumn is coming, obviously. So you see that conditions are different, but it's still daylight. I have no light turned on. I have no light turned on here on the Remarkable Paper Pro. You see that is if the backlit or front lit actually is turned on. Now you should see, because I can also see the screen recording here, and I think you can see that here there is now a slight glooming of the illumination, let's call it like this, of the Remarkable Paper Pro. And of course here there is no illumination available, so you cannot see that. What I think is visible, but correct me if I'm wrong, is also a slight gradient of the illumination, which may be because, as far as I understand, the light is just there, and there is some sort of layer which is going to transport the light, which this technology exists, it's possible, but still it's slightly decreasing in intensity until it reaches the top of the page. So of the screen in this case. So yes, this could be, from my perspective, I have the feeling that here the light is a little bit stronger than here. Now, also fair to say, and I have to explain this, the natural daylight is coming from here. So you see definitely that here is more intense daylight than on this side. However, if I look on the screen, it's slightly different than what I see here. So from my perspective, I don't see a lot of difference between the two. But I'm sure if you measure it, here the light intensity is slightly higher than it is here on the right side. So that is something to have in mind. Now, I will now turn off or turn down the illumination of the Remarkable Paper Pro step by step, so you can see what difference this makes. And actually, I found already that the last two steps here are the most intense regarding the backlit or front lit illumination. The other ones are barely visible, or there is at least a delay when it dims up. I think now it's almost gone or not visible anymore, and if I'm now going really down and now it's fully turned off, I don't see a lot of difference. So let's do it again, full, and yes, I think you can see it slightly. You can see it especially here at the bottom. Here you can see the glooming, the light, yellowish glooming, and if I turn this off, it's gone. What you can also clearly see is the difference in the background. Again, this is closer to the light source, and this is something I could not avoid because the window is simply on the left side. I cannot change now my building and my apartment, sorry for that. But this is how it is. And this is also realistic when you have an office setup, because you have certain circumstances which you cannot easily change, and you wouldn't actually change. Okay, now let's compare. Let's compare these background levels. And here you have the Apple touchpad, where you can see this is really white. If you want comparison white, then none of these displays has a white background. But the Remarkable 2 has definitely a much brighter, less intrusive background tint than on the Remarkable Paper Pro, which is a little bit more grayish and has also a slight warm tone. This is different, for example, with my Onyx devices, which are more in the bluish tone when regarding the background color. And also, this was one question that you have asked in the comments. I can honestly not see a lot of change of the background color or background tint when using the illumination. You see it's illuminated. You see here that it's slightly bright and that there is some light, but it does not really change the appearance. And from my perspective, I actually even don't like it. I like it more when the daylight is enough to have it fully turned off. Okay, so yeah, you see also what I have at least seen when you close this one, yeah, that the Remarkable Paper Pro obviously has a bigger screen. And I've opened the notes here on the Remarkable 2, and what I've seen immediately is that here the edges are somehow truncated. So let's now try first and draw here a line, let's say from here to here. Let's see, this is how the eraser works. Nice. From here to here. And this should now synchronize to the Remarkable Paper Pro. Now, I have not been able so far to get live synchronization. It would be cool if this device is now live updated. So far, not seen it. So I will close this here. Then it syncs, as you can see, and I'm going to open it again. And then I have this line. And yeah, I've somehow managed. You see also that the height of the paper causes a scroll bar on the Remarkable 2 because the size of the work area is bigger. So what obviously happens is that this page is really copied in the same size to the Remarkable 2, and then because the device is smaller, it's opened in the same size. It's not uniformly scaled down to fit to the paper size or the screen size, but it's opened one to one. I mean, I didn't measure, but for me, these, for example, the Pro, this looks exactly the same size. Because the screen is smaller, it's simply truncated in the presentation. I mean, it's something I was not aware that this is going to happen, but it's interesting to see that. Now, let's now start to write, and I will later also show you how the screen sharing or the let's put it like this screen forwarding to a PC in the app works and what you can do with that. Now, first of all, if I use the pencil, let's call it pencil, pen of the Remarkable Paper Pro on the 2, nothing happens. If I use the Remarkable 2, also premium pen with the more grippy nib on this device, nothing happens. We know that these are two different technologies. This is Wacom ESR, and this is an active technology with sort of a battery. In this case, not a battery any longer, which you had in some older styluses like the one which was used in the Google Pixel book, if you remember this device a couple of years ago, and others. So this is charged. You put it here and you see the charge indicator. More or less copied Apple technology. And here, again, the sound, and here, the sound. So this is really a different feeling. I have covered this already in another video where you have the comparison and you can see how this stacks up. Again, now it's interesting to see nothing happens because they are not syncing in the background. I will now close both of them. What happens, I don't really know. Who wins? And let's see. Yeah, and actually, as it should be, Yeah, that's good. That's at least that's really something which I like. They are both merged together. So it's not that which one do you close first and this one wins because it's the, or no, actually it loses the second one because the newest document would override. No, it's not happening. So it's really somehow merged. There was a line edit, there was a line edit, and you get both. It's also a finding that I didn't know so far, and I hope this helps you to understand how the whole ecosystem and this infrastructure works. Now, let's continue. Here I'm going to use now this feature, as you know, and we are going to delete this simply. And I'm closing this again in order to synchronize and open it again. And this is interesting to see because you don't need to open it again, but you can use the on-the-fly synchronization. Now, I don't know if there is anything like a button or a maybe a gesture to synchronize. This would be handy, but I don't see that, honestly. Now go to page. No, I go to page. So yeah, maybe there is something like a synchronization feature. This one. No, this is, you see the favorites and the recent documents, but not the thing. Obviously, it's only saving when you close the whole thing. This is something I wanted to have here. Good. Also interesting to know. So we don't need to close this again, but we need to close this in order to save and synchronize to the Remarkable 2 because we are using this now as a main device and this is a slave device if you want. Okay. So now this is the screen sharing option. The Remarkable is still in use, but now I'm going to show you how this looks like when I'm writing on the screen, and you can see this is actually almost real time. Let's do this in red because I like it. So where's red? Here's no red, by the way. This is crazy. I don't know why. The marker is not in. Okay, because this is actually the marker. So let's go back to the ball pen here and use a light blue color. And I do like this. So yes, you see here actually how the screen sharing and screen broadcasting works. And now it's the setup is simple. You just have the app. You click here on connect and accept on the screen, and it's immediately shown on the monitor. And then you can, of course, with screen sharing or with a video conferencing tool, broadcast this entire screen like a whiteboard into the entire world, if you like. Now, other tools can do this as well. For example, when you use the Miro app on an iPad, you can directly stream this to all Miro users or send them a URL and they are seeing it immediately. Somehow, this feature may also work in OneNote. I'm not sure if this is now better. When I tried it first years ago, it was very laggy and had a lot of latency to it. But the thing is, this here is, as I said before, it just works. And it works so flawlessly that you can actually see, look, the speed, how you can here see the drawings. And when I now switch, for example, here to the pencil and back to the black color, then I can also do live drawings, and you hear the sound. Sorry, no, where is it? Yeah. You have to press, otherwise it doesn't work. Softer, harder, then a little bit less tilted, so you get a harder line. And or marking, if you want to mark something, again the yellow marker here, and you want to do some text marking. Actually, you can also use it for filling if you like to. Yeah, all is possible, and that is really a very important use case, at least for me, because this use case allows me to do online trainings, record my video courses. You know, in some consulting situations, it's important to explain certain content with a whiteboard feature, and I have now a full colorful whiteboard which I also see in real time when I'm writing on it. Likely for real scenarios, I will put it into portrait mode, and I can actually do this also if wanted in a future setup. So guys, I have now switched into landscape mode. This is also very important because realistically on a like a video call, or also for creating online training courses, video lessons, etc., you will not use it in portrait, but it was just the first setting. So now I can close this here to make it a little bit even bigger, the screen area. I can of course now move the entire page somehow. No, I can just scroll, nothing more. This is interesting. I cannot scroll left or right. Now you can go scroll up. This works actually quite well. And then you have a completely full new canvas, and you can, for example, start to draw here a diagram if you want to. Okay, this is, maybe I should have not have taken this particular pen. Let's use this here, and let's use red. So we can now say this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. We can say, I don't know, here is a function, and this function is like that, which is, well, this is not good. I will erase this because this is sort of asymptotically approaching maximum limit, which we will draw here. Okay, and then we can, for example, if some of you are maybe remember a little bit math at school, you can draw here the tangent line. If no, yes, this is good that you have the eraser function easily, but you can. I hope that this is now working. No, it's not a tangent line, but let's assume it is a tangent line, and you have this here. And you can actually, yeah, do whatever you like. Let's go back to black. And here, function of x. I hope that you found this comparison interesting, especially to see the two devices, the Remarkable 2, which is the older model, and the new, just released Remarkable Paper Pro, in bird's eye perspective, to really compare how the screen looks like, the darkness, the background color of the display, also the illumination of the Remarkable Paper Pro, which is honestly hardly visible here on this video. I mean, I will try to see how it looks when I cut the video, but already seen on the screen, it doesn't look very prominent. But trust me, when it's dark, nighttime, for example, and you want to sleep, and or you want to read, and your partner is not wanting to join you and just wants to sleep, then maybe you don't need the brightest setting. Use just one stop below, and it's actually enough for nighttime reading. It's very pleasant for the eye. And that's something which I think is also important, because these devices are meant to be for people spending a lot of time in front of monitors and screens, and wanting to look for an alternative which is more pleasant for and also healthier to their eyes. That's it from my side. Many thanks for watching. I hope you found this video again interesting. Many thanks for all your comments. I tried to answer them individually. And also many thanks for all the likes and subscribes. I'm really surprised that this device is of such a generic interest, that so many hours of watch time have accumulated in the meantime. I will continue to post about this device when I have some new findings, but I think we have now covered the most important parts of the Remarkable Paper Pro. And in the meantime, just as a personal comment, my new toy has arrived because I've also purchased a Pixel 9 Pro Fold recently, and now the watch has arrived as well while I was actually filming this video. So I'm slightly distracted and will now close this session. Many thanks for your support. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so far, and I see you next time. Bye.